This episode is brought to you by CarterComics.com. It's your one-stop shop for all your comic needs, whether it be graded or raw. Carter Comics has got it all. All you gotta do is go to CarterComics.com, fill your card up with all their amazing comics. Use the discount code FREAKNET, FREAKNET. Save you 10% at checkout. Not only on their website, but also at their eBay account. And the link to eBay can be found on their homepage at CarterComics.com. Again, CarterComics.com is your one-stop shop for all comic needs.
It's time! It's time! It's JFW time!
Hi guys, it's that time, guys. Step in the ring with the greatest faction in podcast history. JFW Wrestling, the JFW Podcast, hosted by Travesty.
And I am the faction slayer, Nubby, the amazing turtle.
Hi guys, I mentioned last week that we are adding a new member to JFW, growing the faction, as you will, because I don't know, people keep coming and going and showing up and leaving and whatever, get their rub and take off, like most Johns do. So, as you can tell if you're watching the video, who we have here, but for those audio listeners, I'm not going to do a big introduction just because this guy hasn't done much yet. I believe he will one day, though. I got the confidence. I do, 100%. Guys, if you listen to any SCW roundtables in the past, you can barely hear him, but he got his mic shit fixed. I've interviewed him before, not only on this freaking show, but I've talked to him over here on this show as well. He's been joining me on commentary along with Chris at SCW over the last couple months. I know him personally as Matt Stoffle, the owner of Apex Nutrition, but for the purposes of professional wrestling and going forward here on JFW, he's going to be known by his name in the ring. That is Apex.
What's going on, guys? Thank you for bringing me on. I am super excited. I've been listening to the show pretty much since I've joined wrestling and been doing your Sunday roundtables. So it's nice to be heard for once on these podcasts. So thank you once again. Guys, yes, I am Apex. I'm the top of the food chain, the king of combat, and I am super happy to be here.
Yeah, and it's one of the things I talked with Nubby and kind of got his input and his, like, hey, how do you feel about, getting, Matt to join us here? Because, I mean, as much as me and Nubby, just love running through things, we always know that there's there's something better that happens when you have, like, an additional person to work with. Not only to take on some of the workload, but also get the views and perspectives of the business. And it's really awesome to get two guys who work in the business, not just fans like me who see the business from the other side. So
correct. And shared the ring together once at an outdoor show. So that was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Who won?
Yeah, Turtle, who won that match?
I mean, technically in the record books you did win, but I believe you did run away after.
Well, I mean, you were chasing me, so I just did what I could do best, which was run at that moment. So,
Yeah, and then you made me run.
That's exactly why I ran.
Was that the Ashcombe show or the Bradley show?
That was the Bradley show. I wasn't at Ashcombe one. That one was a huge scheduling conflict that I had adjusted, and then another event popped up after I made the scheduling conflict go away. So, but yeah, that was a fun show. Definitely was. I still remember to this day. I remember a kid in the front row, just talking and yelling, saying, "Oh, stop! He needs a break." And I'm like, I just looked at that kid. I'm like, "What does he need a break for? I'm the one doing all the work here." And it was the funniest thing in the world. And the kid just got so quiet on that one. Oh, my heel days were fun.
Yeah. Well, yes, both these guys, Southland Championship Wrestling competitors. We all know Nubby obviously be working Rocket Pro Wrestling, IPW. Apex has been seen at MCW. Where else have you been, man?
MCW, SCW. I've made an appearance at AAW. And there's some other companies down the road that once I'm back from my surgery that I plan on visiting.
Yes. Hopefully for a speedy recovery from that.
Thank you.
I think over at the last show we we're kind of running through all the companies that Nubby and I talk about here on JFW, and
Yeah,
there's a list of 20 plus companies, and I say the same thing I say about Nubby. I'm gonna say about you is like this is a way for these guys to get to know who the hell you are and get you fucking booked, because if you're booking up and comers like Apex or fucking veterans like Nubby, you're not booking the shows right. Especially these new companies like we just talked about. I think it was last weekend. Illinois Valley Wrestling Federation.
Yeah, know that company very well.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, listen, if the owner wants to run up to me at a show and say, "I really like you to talk about my show," book my fucking host. I'm just saying, throw him on the card. Yeah, they did a battle royal and you didn't put the battle royal champion on there. What the hell's wrong with you?
The booking was definitely a first time show, so we will definitely want to talk to those guys a little bit more and talk to the booker and get us maybe myself and Turtle involved over there. So,
Well, I was asked first, but I had SCW first on shit. So, but
very true. That did move that night over.
Yeah.
I heard the GM over there is a real nut buster, though.
I've heard the story.
Yeah. Total a-hole.
But I may be there in the future.
So. Ooh, in May? When is the next show? They haven't announced the next show yet, right?
I believe they're talking about May.
Talking about May.
Okay. Unofficially
May right now.
If they do, good for them. I mean, I don't know a lot of up and coming companies that go month to month. I think the last company, and no disrespect, I'm just making a point. The last company I know of that started out, I think, was Rogue Wrestling. And I don't think they've had a show since their first show. So it kind of gives you a gauge on
the fact they even had the show. We've seen new up-and-comers promote, talk about, and then just disappear. So the fact they had a show, it was very successful for a first-time show. It was pretty good.
Yeah. Well, it's one thing to call yourself elite. There's another way of actually being elite. Kind of shows them.
Yeah.
Nobody gets it.
Yep. Yeah, I wonder what company you're talking about.
There we go. Who fucking knows? Some show that's kind of elite in Chicago. I don't fucking know. It's a thing. I'm not talking about Elite Pro from back in the day. That shit was awesome. I trained there.
Oh.
The other ones with the guy with the goofy fucking mask. That shit.
Anonymous? I heard Anonymous ran that one.
Who knows? You know it's Anonymous? Getting paid. I'll tell you that much. Anyways. Not here to talk bad about anyone yet.
Absolutely.
It's going to happen eventually. I know who I am.
We'll get there.
Yeah. Okay. We do have some stuff to talk about from last weekend. Obviously, I think there's about 6 shows that occurred last weekend. We're going to run through a couple of highlights of some things. Nubby's got match cards from Wrestle League and Frontline Pro, or results from Frontline and Wrestle League. We're going to go over that. Pax is being thrown right into the fire. He's going to give us a little bit about Backbreaker that's coming up this Saturday. So,
yes, sir.
Thanks to POWW Entertainment for not showing any of the results from any of their shows. I don't get to do anything today. So,
I heard it was a good.
So you dodged the bullet. You don't have to talk about James Creed.
I don't, which is a blessing, really.
Yeah, kid gets talked about enough. I think we can move on.
Yeah. I mean, what? James Creed has another championship opportunity? No, shocker, fuck.
Oh yeah, he did have
involved in there too.
Yeah, but it was a mid-card title. That's why it's just like he just yeah. Like, hey, what do you want to do tonight, Creed? Like, I don't know, Shining Wizard, elbow drop, maybe a code breaker. Maybe do some crosshair, roll into the ring, point at you for a second. Who knows?
James Creed is the sharpshooter.
Yeah, glance over at my
Even in
hot
a suit.
fiance in the front row. I don't fucking know. So that shit.
Oh, she probably got involved too.
You know what? That's maybe she did it once. Never fucking ran on it again.
Nobody saw it coming.
Yeah.
Especially Hunter Payne.
Yeah.
Thought he was saving her. Wow.
Yeah. Anyways, okay. Let's start with Backbreaker. Apex, you've seen the show, you know what we do. So we gave you the responsibility to talk about the match card for this upcoming. Now, there's only one show that we know of this coming Saturday, or this coming weekend at total, which is Backbreaker Wrestling. Anyone out there who's listening to the show who's like, well, hey, what about this company or this company? So, well, let us know.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it. Maybe we can add it to the list. You know, we're talking about Wisconsin. We're talking about Illinois. We're talking about Indiana. Tell me about Michigan. Let me know about Ohio. Throw in a fucking Missouri or Iowa. I don't care. I'll talk about the shit. Just send it my way.
We're open for business
Exactly.
to talk about your companies.
Right? There's always an evolution to expand, but I don't know unless you guys say, I want to hear about this company. So the only show we're talking about from this upcoming weekend is going to be Backbreaker Wrestling. Pex, what do you got?
So not a lot was thrown out there, so I'm going to give you guys what's been out there, and there's definitely a bunch of guys that are going to be appearing. But Backbreaker Wrestling presents Hammerlocked this Saturday, April 5th at St. Mary Hindle-Bart Hall in Griffin, Illinois. Griffith? Is that Griffith? Can't read. I have
It is Griffith.
It's
Indiana.
It's okay. Nubby and Pax couldn't do it either, so.
No, I could do that one.
Griffith?
I just couldn't say Bartholomew.
Oh, that's right.
Bartholomew?
So Pax had an issue with businesses' names. You had an issue with wrestlers' names.
I got an issue reading.
Yeah, that's it.
This is going to be fun.
Hell yeah.
Talking I got.
And it's the Hildebrand. Oh.
The Hildebrand? Okay. See, thank you, Turtle. At least so you can help me out with this reading thing.
It's Hildebrand.
Hildebrand.
There's one R. It's one R after the B, not Hilder.
Hildebrand. Hildebrand Hall.
Hildebrand Hall, yeah. St. Mary Hildebrand Hall, North Lafayette Street in Griffith, Indiana. Yeah.
There we go. See? Doors open, guys, at 5:30. Bell time is 6 p.m. Matches that we've got. Thomas Keith with King Bishop versus Mad Dog Matt Harvey. No real stipulations there. Must be a grudge match, I'm guessing, because they were putting some huge emphasis on this one. Then we got tag team action, guys. The Monarchy versus Trog and Drex Odell. I'm familiar with Trog. I like him. He's an interesting caveman. Did not know he had tag team partners. Remember the Bone. Didn't Bargus steal that back in the day?
I think that was a Steve Hollow show.
Yeah. That was funny. So that'll be tag team action, and I'm gonna guess this is the main event just because it's the heavyweight title match. It is Dick Spike Davis defending his title against, and I hope I'm saying this right just because I can't read, Cujo.
Yeah, it's Stephen King.
Cujo. That's the what the I'm like, did I say the magic word? Cujo? Do I win the $1 million? But he will be defending his title against Cujo in this upcoming match. Also to appear, Joey Rancid, Gabe Juarez, David Allen, The Invoked. Then we got Tully Bertorelli and referee BJ Porter. So that's going to be the upcoming show this weekend for Backbreaker Wrestling that they have announced. I did reach out to them. I did not hear back yet. So hopefully maybe next time we can get a full match card.
We get them. We don't. But here's my question. How much are the tickets?
You want ticket pricing?
I want ticket pricing.
I mean, I love ticket pricing. I guess we can kind of figure this out, and then I can go help my customer that's sitting in the front door of the store at the moment. But I can definitely get you ticket pricing. Tickets, guys, are $10 pre-sale, $12 at the door. Kids 9 under and seniors are only $8. That's actually not bad. That's actually good pricing. I'll be back in like 30 seconds.
Right.
And if you want those tickets in advance, you can either go to Hammond Muffler at 6135 Kennedy Avenue in Hammond, Indiana, or Creative Comics at 216 East Main Street in Griffith, Indiana.
Yes.
It's important. That is important, Apex.
He'll learn. Listen,
He'll learn.
He'll learn. 100%. Yeah, make sure you're checking out Backbreaker Wrestling. Like I said, man, it's weird when we only have one match card to really talk about.
Yeah.
Wild. But you know what? That's cool. Let him. If you guys are wondering, like with Apex running back and forth, it's because Apex is still actually working over at Apex Nutrition. So if you're listening to this and everything, go to Apex Nutrition over there in what's it, Shorewood?
Shorewood. We are in Shorewood. Yes.
Shorewood. Yeah. Go buy some protein.
Protein, vitamins, pre-workouts, whatever. We got you hooked up. Stop going to the 3-letter store. Anyone that watches this, stop wasting your money.
Yeah.
Just contact us. I'll get you set up. And we have an online store.
There you go. All right, Nubby. What do you got as far as highlights and everything? Highlights, recaps, IWA, stuff like that.
So probably the one thing that stands out right now, as we didn't get results and nothing has been said otherwise, there was an appearance in IWA Productions.
Ooh.
By some family members.
Ooh. Was it you?
No, I'm not part of the family.
Not
I
yet.
asked.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna tell you right now, though, if there's one thing I know about JFW, shit just seems to randomly happen when mentioned. Perfect examples: the all women's pay-per-view in WWE, a women's Intercontinental Championship, women's King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring. Just saying.
I actually forgot about that women's pay-per-view from WWE. It's been that long already.
Wow. I know. Yeah. I think it was 2018.
That was pre-COVID. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. COVID was 5 years ago, man.
Oh man, that time.
Already 5 years. Hell yeah. Yeah. Last time a women's had an all women's pay-per-view in 2018, I had a successful weight loss goal. So it was awesome. That's how long it's been.
That really takes you back, huh?
Yeah. Back in the day, I was less fat.
I was about 60 pounds lighter then.
So we just gonna attribute this all to COVID screwing everybody up?
Oh, well, you got to, yeah. Okay. I blame it on COVID and quit smoking. So,
There's actually a correlation to that.
100%. I made a joke to a buddy of mine the other day that, dude, ever since I quit smoking, it's been hard to breathe. I might as well just start smoking again in hopes that I start breathing better again. Because in my mind, if I wanted to justify it, is my body's not used to attacking bad shit because I haven't been doing a lot of bad shit lately. So it's just like, I'll hibernate. So.
Okay. I mean,
I don't believe it, but it's a justification.
Logical. It's better than the people online right now arguing that diet soda is bad for you.
Yeah, well, those people are monsters. It's fun, though. I just started a 36-hour fast, so I'm okay. I've been fasting a lot. You know what? Successfully. I've been okay with it. I did a 40 the other last week. It was amazing.
I had to do blood work today. And they're like, you're fasted, right? I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot I was supposed to do that. Thank God I haven't eaten yet today. I was on a morning fast. I was like, oh, no.
I got to do blood work. Or not blood work. I got a doctor's appointment Friday morning. They got scheduled me for blood work. But I don't know. I've just been fasting like 36 hours every few days just because I like it. I'm okay with it.
It's as long as you're getting through it, you're good for you. Electrolytes, water, that's all you need. That'll get you through.
That's the reason I have them here. Shit like that.
I'm good for some information.
You can't read the fucking prices of a ticket off a flyer, but
no, but I can tell you how to biohack your body into losing weight.
Oh yeah. All right, Nubby. IWA Productions. You said family members showed up. Was it Charlie?
No.
Ivan?
Yes.
Okay, there we go.
Oh.
And Braun the Lumberjack.
Really?
And Michael Morris.
I thought I saw that picture. I was very confused.
What was really confusing is Ivan wearing an AFA shirt.
Yes, I did not know what was happening in that photo. I thought that was just like a photo op moment. Okay.
So it makes you wonder what is really happening with the family in the AFA. Which, Apex, do you know what AFA stands for?
No, I'm not. I'm horrible at acronyms.
I mean, my acronym makes more sense, but it's Ivan, so I'll let it slide.
What do you got? What does the AFA stand for?
Well, AFA does stand for Act Fucking Accordingly,
That
which is fine.
sense. I think I've heard.
Mine is always, always fucking around. The whole fuck around and find out. So always.
Yeah, the FAFO.
Yeah.
Pretty familiar with that.
Yeah. Nubby likes to attribute it to a hobby of his. So. What you got, Nubby?
But I promise I won't say it again. I'm trying to do better.
Oh yeah, the swearing. Yeah, we'll start next week.
Let's say, are we not allowed to swear on this show? I don't know. I try to keep
we
it.
We can. We just
Try to keep it.
I know who I am. Yeah, I know who I am.
Well, it's not really a swear. It's just, I guess, inappropriate to most people. But I was always saying, always fucking anal.
Yeah. Always.
Wow.
Well, which can be two different ways if you think about it.
No, there's only one
Right.
way to. There's only one way to do anal.
Yeah, there's really that's it.
There's only one way. Yeah.
Or you can be anal about something. So always fucking anal about.
Yeah, but
Fun
that's
story on that one. Back in high school when I was a
Ooh,
wrestler.
there we go.
Yeah, back
All
in high
right.
school.
Excellent.
My
Speaking of
coach-
anal, back when I was a wrestler in high school, clutch.
No, it was back on
And
the
go.
the being anal, not the actual doing it thing.
Yeah, sure.
I had never heard that phrase before. So I'm in my class, and my wrestling coach is my history teacher for that one. And he said out loud, I'm pretty anal of a guy. I'm the only one that freaking laughed because I had no idea what that was. And all I remember was something funny, Stoffle. I'm like, uh-oh. He's like, I'll see you at practice. I was like, oh, God, I'm in trouble for mocking the teacher. Had never heard that phrase before. I thought he was just trying to express his private life. So
Who wouldn't title this show Apex Gets Anal? Who wouldn't do it?
I would be disappointed if you did at this point.
Right. That's where we live in. Dude, that's awesome. I didn't think Ivan was going outside of ARW Pro.
I didn't either. I thought it was the only thing.
Somebody retired or something for before the Mr. Bill, and then kind of came back. I've noticed more and more. I thought he was more behind the scenes guy. So it's been interesting to see him, and he was in title opportunities recently too. So
yeah. He got the Creed rub for a second.
Oh, he's another one of those that
No, just the one time. No, just one time.
Okay.
Yeah.
It happens. Where the heck isn't Creed doing these title matches and taking it away?
Good question.
Okay.
Illinois Valley Wrestling Federation. That's where.
Yeah, maybe he'll be at the Rising Paramount down the road. I don't know.
I know. I'll tell you right now, though, he hasn't had a championship opportunity there yet.
Facts. I don't even think I have a title yet.
Yeah.
Talk to that GM. See when that's happening.
There we go. Do you happen to know who won the Rumble out there?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
Wow, they have really kept a lot secret, have they?
Well, I think they want people to really watch their YouTube channel because they do put out the shows every month, like about a week or two before their next show.
Okay.
But they do have an awesome buffet in
Of
the
just
same
matches.
area.
That's the rumor.
No.
An actual buffet, legit food.
Like a legit eating
Yeah.
buffet.
Legit buffet,
Yes.
yeah. Like the one you had at strip clubs.
Not the ones I go to. I never found a buffet.
You probably go to classy ones.
Maybe.
Is there such a thing?
At the classy strip club?
There are high-end ones, and then there are the ones that, the mom that needs to support 4 kids goes to on a Friday night to make money.
I'm going to tell you right now, if you ever want to find a place where all these female college students are at trying to become a teacher while raising a child, being a single mother, they're all at strip clubs.
Facts.
The same. The same.
Get a babysitter or something. Go out, make like $500 a night.
100%. There is not one stripper on this planet that isn't currently in college for teaching while raising a child as a single mother. Same. Yeah.
I got a 22-year-old friend that is not a teacher and does not have a kid and works construction.
Well, there you go. See, not a stripper.
But she is a stripper.
Probably not a good one.
It sounds like my tune. I'll be right back.
Hi.
Oh, apparently they come to me. Hi.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Nubby, continue, bro.
So Ivan did when he posted the post on Facebook, he said the AFA approves. So it's got me thinking, what's happening now with both factions?
You know, it could definitely be. It wouldn't be surprising if the family and AFA eventually connected. I mean, isn't that what happened with the family in the asylum?
I don't think they really came together like that. I mean, one member was just doing two things. But now it's like we're seeing what the family used to do, have branches of the family tree, if you will, I guess, put it that way, in different places. Like SCW had their own for the most part.
Did you see what Charlie Jr. said about this post?
Yes, I did.
All family always.
Aha. See?
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
We'll see.
I mean, if anything, it gets people talking.
I'm sure people are talking and got their eyebrow raised. Like I got mine up there.
Can't do that. My eye starts twitching. It looks weird. Can't do the people's eyebrow. I'm sad.
I don't know. It looks like you raised that one ear pretty well.
What the heck? Oh, yeah. Years of trauma.
Being active.
You know what sucks is I actually look back at my old high school IDs from every year, and from freshman year on, it just got worse.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. People are like,
Some
you should go and do more. I'm like, no, I like my ears looking normal.
They don't just do that, man. You gotta actually do things.
Fuck no. So we don't got anything on the next IWA Productions show as of yet. So we'll definitely keep an eye out for that one. Ultimate Combat Gauntlet was also this past weekend. We don't got results for that, and there is no update on their next show. 01 USA, however, their next show is in May. It is May 10th, and it's War Games.
Like 2-ring, 2-cage War Games?
Hell
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. 01's War Games is going to be Saturday, May 10th. 2 rings, 1 cage. A special attraction match has already been announced where Ken Anderson is going to take on Jake Parnell. For those of you, that's Warhorse. But that match has been announced already. That's going to be down in Decatur. So we'll talk about that when we get closer to it. This is actually the type of thing that may actually get me down to Decatur to see. So.
Sounds like a really cool show. I mean, Warhorse Anderson sounds good, and then we got a War Games. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen War Games on the Indies. I've been to NXT War Games, and that was fantastic. I mean, if I could find a way to get down here. Now, the only thing is, which I don't know if I'd spend the money on or not, their front row seats are $50.
I guess it just really depends on the venue that they have there and the chairs. If the chairs are comfy enough, I'll definitely pay $50 to sit front and center.
If they're comfortable front row seats for 50, and there's another thing too. If you go down to the hotels down there, like $50-$60 for a night, I'd probably just get a hotel down there. Why I have to drive all the way home? You know,
Yeah,
I guess.
What is that? From me,
It's
it's
about
like 5 hours, right?
Oh God, no. From me, it's like little over 2.5.
Okay, so it's like
So-
3 hours, 3 and a
Yeah,
half.
for you it's about 3 hours. So it's just like it's just one of the things. Like I could definitely probably drive home after that, but if I could get a hotel for $60, might as well just do it. You know? Yeah, they got Cracker Barrel right next door to it. I get some.
Oh,
fucking
hell
steak,
yes.
right, and then drive home the next day. 100%. So yeah, the $50 front row is a little bit high for what I would want to pay for a show, but if I could sit front row to a fucking War Games match, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I'm intrigued at how they're going to pull this off on the indie circuits, because you see the production that NXT did, you see the production that WWE did. I'm very curious to see, and especially who's participating is another thing would definitely have me intrigued. So
I'm excited to see who they are. Now, if you guys, okay, so I can tell you this if you're curious about it. If you go to Zero1 USA YouTube channel, they do have the 2023 War Games they did. From what I could gather, it is a 4-on-4. I thought it was 3-on-3 at first, but it's a 4-on-4. There is no shark cages. People are entering from the back.
okay,
Same concept though. Everyone comes in, interchanging until finally War Game starts. No roof on it, so it's like the WWE style War Games, not the WCW or NWA style.
oh okay,
But it's pretty cool looking. But yeah, I said I may make the trip down there to do that one. So we'll see. Will I go? Probably not. We know who I am. But I would definitely be. Like,
but you're considering it more so than ever.
I'm considering more than I would anything else. Like I said, I'm trying to make 2025 the year where I visit all these companies to talk about. I've only made it to 2. But the snow's gone, the weather's getting nicer, so who knows? Maybe, so we'll see.
Maybe you come out of that hibernation we were talking about.
Yeah. POWW Entertainment was also this past weekend. Unfortunately, no results have been posted for this one as well. But their next show is going to be May 3rd. Surprisingly, if you guys did not realize, POWW Entertainment actually has a show every single Saturday in the month of May. So, as far as April goes, there are no shows in April for POWW Entertainment. Their next show will not be until May 3rd. So, keep an eye out for that.
They took a whole month off, huh?
Well, yeah, but they also got 4 shows happening in 1 month.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They got what do you got? May Mayhem on May 3rd. They got POW Saturday Night Fight on May 14th, or not May 14th. Where the hell this day is? POW Rumble in the Harbor. That's May 10th, and May 17th is Saturday Fight Night, and then May 24th is Brewery Brawl 2. So, and then June 7th they got Summer Explosion. So yes, for the next 4 weeks or whatever, there is no POWW Entertainment, but there's gonna be 5 of them in a row. So,
wow. Okay.
yeah, and I'll make a POW show at one point this year, and maybe I'll go visit Dally and be like, hey Dally, remember we used to be part of JFW, and you used to go to SCW, but now you're dating a dipshit. She changed.
I have not. I think it's almost been a year since I've seen her.
That sounds accurate.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds accurate. That's
Since
what
she's
happens when you
been
date
with
evil.
the dipshit.
Yeah, that's what happens when you date evil. It's just how it is.
Yep.
I'm just gonna go with what you guys are saying here. I have not personally had to come across him. So
Yeah, he's a dipshit.
okay, cool.
Dipshit.
You never you weren't there for the POW war when he was around?
I literally debuted after and showed up at SCW, and I'm so sad because that sounded like that could have been a lot of fun. I'm for company versus company wars. It's kind of like the thing I do.
I mean, you could do that just on your own. Just start saying some shit about some things.
You know what? I've actually begun that with a few companies that I will not name right now because apparently they've started the war with me. So I guess I just got to continue it on. So
Yeah.
we won't name names. That's okay. They know who they are.
Nubby, let's talk about Frontline Pro. This happened over the past this past weekend.
It did.
One of 23 shows they're having this year.
Yeah, they are busy this year. Oh my god. Like the hell of a time
Super
for my
busy.
back.
And what's crazy, a lot of those shows, with all those shows, like there's quite a few that are free. Like they're not charging admission. So you know they're that talk about giving back.
Yeah, that's not really heard of on our scene. So that's kind of cool.
They're not about making money at this point. They are always about, giving back to the fans, giving people opportunities. So they're doing their best up there. And I think it's great what they do.
Yeah, it seems like high production team. I know they have like a newbie show as well as like the established veterans. So that's kind of cool. They're taking like that high voltage NXT idea that SCW and NXT has been doing. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Let's see. What do we got here? So Frontline Pro had Call to Arms this past weekend. There was a fatal four-way where Aaron Xavier, settle down, Travis,
The name I remember,
outlasted Quinn Whittick, Ritas Atlas, and Adam Grace.
Travis, you have something to say.
In the Liberty division, which is the women's division, in case you didn't know, Apex.
Okay, that's cool. All right, I like the name.
Rory Shield defeated Ray Larson. Jake Parnell, better known as the Warhorse, defeated Shaq Jordan. That is one match I would love to have seen.
Yeah, that seems like it'd be a very well put together match. So
Shaq Jordan is, as Steve has called him before, the generational talent.
Yeah.
Maybe not so much now because he has to change his views and opinions about him because now Shaq Jordan's an asshole in Rocket Pro Wrestling. But, for normal people who don't change their views on people's wrestling abilities based on the attitude that they perceive, generational treasure. Sorry, not talent. Generational treasure. Steve referred to Shaq Jordan as a generational treasure. Before Shaq Jordan. Yeah. But this was all before Shaq Jordan dressed like The Rock and insulted Steve to the point where Steve was like, fuck it, I got nothing to lose. I'm just going to say my piece now. So.
And he did.
Yeah, and he wants to sit there and badmouth Mr. Young. Same fucking people.
Noted.
We had a triple threat tag team title match, as it was. Now this is a weird name, so you might get confused, Apex. They're called Tag Team Move.
Do they move?
They might.
They might be moving.
Or they're just a move.
They are a move. Okay.
They are a tag team move. And they retained their tag team championships over the Crucible and the New Guys.
So it's a triple threat tag team, and Move beat the Crucible and New Guys.
Yes.
Didn't the New Guys just face the Hardys at another promotion recently too? Or is that coming up? I'm pretty sure I was with them at an AAW one show.
Possibility.
Okay. So I know exactly who we're talking about. That's why I just want to make sure.
But they're new guys, so I don't know.
They are new. Okay.
Team full of new guys and tag team moves.
I swear to God, if I find out the New Guys have been around for a while, I'm going to be very upset. Because it just defeats the purpose.
I mean, yeah, in 10 years, when they wouldn't be the New Guys anymore, right?
I would hope not.
Young Bucks.
Heartbreak Kid.
Might these names might be taken.
And, but I mean, are they still young? Is Shawn Michaels still a kid? Yeah. It might just be like, heart pill geriatric.
Yeah, you got to change it as you go.
Got it. There's always an evolution. Yeah.
Evolution.
It's a mystery.
It is.
What else you got, Turtle?
So I have a segment called Freedom of Speech with Coda Jacobs. And his special guests were Thunder and Lightning, which was Adonis Allen and Kid Lat.
So is this like the third talk show that Frontline has now?
Let's see, you got Disco Rays.
Yep, we got In Focus with Steve.
Yeah. And then
Now you have this one.
Yep.
Jesus Christ. You double up on shows for a year and you're just going to triple up on talk shows?
But it was just pretty much a setup, though, because Joe Alonzo came out and decided to help Jacobs beat up Thunder and Lightning. But Jared Jax came out and chased him off. So it seems as if there's an alliance with Jacobs and Alonzo. Jerks.
You jerks.
And speaking of Joe Alonzo defeated Jared Jax to become the new Bakerville champion.
Alonzo's making quite a name for himself, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. I knew him when he was just a shithead little kid. And I could say that because he knows I said that to him.
Yeah, you can definitely say that. I mean, I've had him produce a match that I've been in before, so that's interesting that you can call him that. I just I see him. I had to see him as my boss, so I'll go with that.
But he has made a name for himself. In fact, he was one of the many that tried social media, to make a name for himself. And not many have succeeded, but he has. He has backed up what he has said.
He's a great in-ring performer. Sorry, I can talk, I promise. And he's got some type of charisma, and he knows how to make his stuff entertaining. And that's what it's about nowadays. Is can you go viral? Can you be entertaining? He has that ability. And I think every one of his promos, I try to watch and see kind of what he's doing next. What's the next idea he's got? And I love the direction he's going. So big future. I highly expect him to be popping up in one of the 3 promotions soon.
I mean, he was in NWA for a little bit.
Yeah.
He did a thing in AEW. I would like to see him in an NXT or even TNA or even a main event WrestleMania someday. Who knows?
We got to talk about that later because we got to talk about Roman Reigns being the most savage person I think I've ever heard in a promo. So I'll save that for after you're done.
I think I know where you're going with that. He was pretty savage.
Trash, bougie, ratchet. What? It's a song by somebody. I don't remember.
Somebody sings it.
Like,
keep it that
I
way.
don't know. Like that brother Stallion or I don't fucking know.
Don't give Travis the joke.
For the Frontline Pro Championship, we had Josh Price retaining over Darren Corbin. Yeah.
No relation to Baron.
No relation.
As far as we know. Speculation.
It's all speculation, no confirmation. Got it.
All hearsay.
Until one of them say it. One of them have to tell me themselves. Otherwise, no.
Nope. We'll speculate all we want, though.
Yeah, it's not as confirmed as the thing I'm going to say once Nubby's done with Frontline, but yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be done with Frontline after this.
After what you say right here?
After what I say right here,
Right
now.
As
Right
you're about to say right now. Okay, gotcha.
Not
Right
over
now.
dark. Right her.
We had an unsanctioned matchup where it was Joey Avalon defeating Ben McCoy.
Good.
I like Avalon. I like
Drop
Avalon.
him.
Yeah.
He's a good dude.
I find it quite interesting on unsanctioned matches. Why are we having them? Honestly, just start beating the hell out of each other.
Because it's Ben McCoy, and I think he'd want to take the opportunity to stab him if he could.
Yeah.
Was there still a referee involved though in this match? Just to make sure
I'd say so, but it didn't matter because after the match, the Rapture destroyed both of them.
That's a team?
It's a faction, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if this was like a single guy. Like, oh god.
Rapture? No, that's Aaron Xavier's group.
Man, that name just keeps popping up. Okay.
Aaron Xavier, fuck yeah, dude's everywhere, man.
Oh, so he doesn't know. So I guess we can give him a little history lesson, if you will.
Okay. What do you got?
Ben McCoy, who actually started the Rapture, brought in Aaron Xavier.
And did he take it over?
He took it over.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
The entire Rapture beat the shit out of Ben McCoy.
You know, see my face? I'm not
Basically-
surprised.
Basically, Aaron Xavier is Ray Kroc.
Yeah, okay. I'm not surprised here. I'm gonna wait for you to tell me something that surprises me. I'll wait. Because that's exactly what he does. Like, I watched him take over SCW. I watched him get kicked out of his own group though. And what else does he do? He goes and finds another one, joins it, and takes it over. Yeah, I mean, he calls himself the evil genius for a reason, I guess.
Yeah. Just to keep everyone on track right now, especially Angel, who I know listens to our show. Apex just said that Aaron got kicked out of Sabotage. That's what he stated right there.
Did they lose? Yeah, they lost and got kicked out of Sabotage and got disbanded. Am I missing something?
Angel,
wasn't I there?
Angel, you just here with us, son.
You not sick her on me.
He
Do
said
not sick her on
listen,
me.
I can admittedly say I do have a problem with Angel myself because she did go into the Power Hour and spewed misinformation.
Okay.
I'll just say that. And we're going to talk about that when we do talk a little bit about Power Hour and stuff, because there is a Steve moment we need to discuss, not only with Frontline Pro, but also what's coming up on the Power Hour. But I will say, Angel, I'm willing to forgive the misinformation you spread, but also keep in mind Apex says that Aaron got kicked out of Sabotage. That's him.
All of them did. It's been disbanded. It's the same thing, right? Am I not saying that? Am I speaking a foreign language? God, I'm going to get an inbox message. I already know it.
So
it's coming. Damn.
What else you got, Nubby?
That is for Frontline Pro.
Yeah, that was it.
Cool. So the next show, which this is the whole, not speculative. This is fact until proven different. So April 12th, Frontline Pro is going to return to Wausau, Wisconsin at the Wausau Elk Lodge for Battle Lines. And at Battle Lines is not only TNA star Ace Austin, but former backyard contender against Nubby back then, Romeo, taking on Aiden English. So back in the day when Nubby used to wrestle Aiden English in the backyards of Chicago, he says he never did. Prove me wrong, and I will stop saying it, but Matthew Raywalt is going to be a Frontline Pro on April 12th. So hopefully, maybe Nubby, you want to make a trip up to April 12th, up to Frontline Pro to Wausau, Wisconsin, meet up with Aiden English, say, hey, remember when I laid you out in the backyards of Chicago? And he'd be like, oh, fuck, yeah, I remember you. And then you could tell me I was right.
Well, that won't be happening because Rocket Pro is that night, and I'm in an 8-man tag.
You could do both. You could do both.
You can make it. You can make it.
You can do both. Yeah. Wausau's only like 6 hours away, give or take.
Yeah.
It'll
If
be
I ever
fine.
work Frontline, I think I'm gonna have to stay up there.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm driving back unless I'm like first match.
So again, when I was talking about how like 2025 I'm going to visit
Yeah.
Frontline Pro, I plan on being at the all women's show in August. I believe it's the first Saturday in August. They're doing an all women's show. I believe it's called Liberty Bell.
Okay.
That's the one I'm going to go to because I love women's wrestling. And why not check out an all women's show? Dreamwave does them all the fucking time, but Dreamwave also sells out their all women's shows on Friday nights in like an instant. But
yeah.
So just keep that in mind. On April 12th, if you want to see former WWE star Aiden English, the guy that Nubby used to wrestle in backyards in Chicago, he will be up at Frontline Pro on April 12th.
I just love his face. Like, no.
And if Steve happens to do one of his sit down bullshits with Aiden English, I hope he asks. So then Aiden be like, I don't want to talk about that time in my life. I don't want to get beaten up by a guy who called himself Romeo.
Ex-Romeo, but
A former Romeo.
So you were not the Amazing Turtle at this time, is what you're telling me.
so the Amazing Turtle is actually 10 years old.
Oh, okay.
Basically, it came after the cartoons.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I was like 2 when those cartoons came out, if not even born yet. So they're pretty old cartoons.
There we go. Before we dive into Wrestle League, I want to talk a little. What were you gonna say? What?
I was just gonna say I've been through many names since back then.
Want to share them?
Yeah, I gotta hear some of these because I've
throw 'em
got
out there. Let's throw them out there.
All right, so we'll go with the one that Paulie Tomaselli doesn't let go of.
Better no. Let's start from current and work our way back.
Okay. All right. Well, currently Amazing Turtle.
Obviously.
There was a Michael Brennan when I was
Referee, yeah.
referee and bit of a manager at Northland.
Not only that, at IPW, you were the Amazing Turtle, Mike Brennan.
Yeah, because they still never figured out that you can't cut the name out.
That's right, because no one ever wanted to cross those two streams until IPW crossed them fucking streams and referee meets wrestler, the Amazing Turtle, Mike Brennan. But yes, Mike Brennan was refereeing. Okay.
So we Ghostbustered. Got it. Okay.
And then Nubby Jones. I think
Nubby
that was
Jones?
probably the longest one.
Is that where the Nubby came from officially?
Yeah.
Like why you're constantly
Yes.
calling him Nubby? I thought it was a nickname he just gave you.
Elite Pro. Elite Pro is that. When I first met Mike, I was introduced to him at training as Nubby.
Yep.
Yeah. I didn't know Mike Nallrot. I knew Nubby. I didn't know was it Chad Martinez?
Yeah.
I knew Chad Norris or Norris Jones.
It was Norris Jones.
Oh,
yeah. There was Brett Michaels. I think his name was Mike, but Brett Michaels. No one called him Mike because that was acid. Can't have two Mikes. And then there was the first graduate. I know he went by
Martin.
Yeah, his name was Martin. But he went by Martin Jones.
No, Martin was actually his name.
Martin, but he went by Martin Jones.
Yeah,
the Jones.
Did he? Everyone was a Jones out there. I never got to that point. I was never a Jones. Yeah,
Travis Jones.
Yeah. More than likely, I was either just Mike's cousin or I guess just Travis. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was Travis when we did our little dark matches and shit. But okay, so Nubby Jones.
We had 4.
There was Tony Keats, which was a referee name just before Nubby Jones. How that came about was weird. I had to come up with a name, right? And they said, go with my middle name and the street I lived on. Well, my middle name's Anthony, and I lived on Keating, so we went with Tony Keats. But then Nubby Jones came along, and I'm like, well, okay, we'll go with that.
Anthony Keating would have been kind of cool, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Anthony
I
Keating.
wanted to do. I actually did want to do that, but
That
they
sounds
decided.
really good.
But they said someone else had it or
There's
whatnot.
no way. There's
I don't
another
know.
Right, it was a fucking neighbor. Neighbor. Yeah, your neighbor next door.
Yeah,
Also
probably.
was in the business. Yeah.
Wow. What are the odds?
Yeah. Before that, now what I wanted to do was bring the Primetime Pimp name in,
There we go.
What?
but
Oh yeah.
because
Yeah.
there was a tag team name called the Primetime Players, I had
The
to
heck?
change the name.
Wait,
so
have
I
they
went.
been around that long?
Well, this was a different, not that team though, not that actual team.
There was another primetime players.
Yes, yeah. There was an little rinky-dink podunk
Oh, so they
Indiana
didn't go
show.
anywhere.
So
Okay.
So I came up with Big Pimpin' Mike
Big-
Anthony. But
Okay.
they want now originally they wanted the one dude wanted to change the Anthony part because of Mike Anthony. But we just went with it because who knows? I probably wouldn't have used that name ever again. So as we work backwards, there was Primetime Pimp. There was
Where
the game.
did this pimp thing come from with you? I'm trying to picture it.
Oh god.
It may not look like it now, but
Does
dude,
he like were you like a
street.
player back in the
Yeah,
day?
you may not see it now with you know.
I'm not
being
saying
on-
Charlie's a bad looking dude, but I'm just like the idea of
Listen,
There's a lot.
here.
There's a big like thing.
Oh, he's a
back then,
stud.
way back.
I'm just saying. I'm gonna tell you right now though, just because he was a pimp doesn't mean it was out with ladies. Just saying, he could have been pimping out dudes. You don't know that. You don't know what he did in his past life.
Well, we all know what I was obsessed with back when I was
100%. Yeah. Keyboards.
Frosties. Wendy's
Oh,
Frosties.
yeah, there we go. Yeah.
So I was pimping them Frosties.
Out there peddling them. Yeah.
All right. So there was that. There was, I said the game.
Uh-huh.
So I was a Triple H fan.
With the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ex
Wasn't a
Romeo.
So wait, hold on. So the game wasn't a moniker. That was your name.
It's the name.
Like
Just the name.
Kane,
Like
Undertaker.
the rapper, the game.
The game.
The game. Just the game.
Okay.
Came out my Triple H jersey. Now we're getting back into my yard days.
Yeah, this
So,
is back when he was wrestling Aiden English.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're gonna get to the Aiden English stuff. Okay.
Yeah. Back when he was wrestling Aiden English.
But I
That's
couldn't
why-
tell you who won or lost. So.
That's what, because that's why Aiden English won't really remember wrestling the Amazing Turtle. You got to ask him, do you remember wrestling the game? And then he's like, Triple H, like, no, the game. Like,
No.
The
not
game.
moniker, the guy
Yeah.
game. The
Yeah,
guy game.
Not Paul Levesque. The game. Fucking ex Romeo. Primetime Pimp. That guy.
That guy.
And it's funny we bring up Pimp. I can't forget the Hura Pimp.
Her Pimp. There we go.
What?
Can you what's the two that go together with that? The Hura Pimp.
Hurricane. Yeah.
Were
There you go.
You were doing the hurricane thing, but a pimp.
Yeah.
Okay. Were you green?
I had
color
them.
scheme change?
I had the mask and the cape.
About as far as you went, huh?
As far as I could go.
Okay. You wore other things when you wrestled in.
Oh yeah, like jeans, you know.
I just wanted to make sure because you said
Oh, yeah.
mask tape, and I didn't know if what kind of promotion you were wrestling for at this point. So
We were called the BWF, the Bitchin' Wrestling Federation.
okay,
Bitchin'
we need to
Wrestling
bring that back. That just sounds great. Let's just
Oh
start our
my
own-
God. Can I sell BWF shirts in the fucking JFW store?
Yes, let's do it.
Nubby,
Wait,
you find me a BWF logo. I'll put that shit on a shirt.
Hear that, Tom? If you're listening, pull out
Find it.
the archives. Pull out those
Oh,
archives,
yeah.
brother.
Oh yeah.
You like royalties, don't you?
And I think that was it. If there's any more,
I mean, that was like
Um,
9 names.
yeah,
And how long have you been in the business? 10, 15
20.
years? Or
20.
20 years. Okay.
Gotta find something that works. Keep in mind, this guy went from her a pimp to the Amazing Turtle.
Yes, and the turtle gimmick is very over. I love it.
Nubby gets pops.
Well, he always gets pops.
Nubby gets
Kids
pops.
freaking love him. And he comes out to one of my favorite songs. I actually almost walked out to that in an MMA fight. I don't know what the change was last second, but that was on the list.
God, that was the decision. He was just like, no, take your time. Yeah.
Nope. He had to save it for the Amazing Turtle, which made sense.
That's right.
It didn't make sense for me.
Nubby, you said there was something you wanted to talk about as far as Frontline with Ben and all that?
Well, yeah.
Is that more of a freaking thinking thing? Or final freaking thought?
No, I have a different thing. I have a different
okay,
thing
cool.
for that.
So let me say it real quick, and then so do you want to talk about that next, or do you want to get into Wrestle League?
Well, you wanted to talk about Steve after Wrestle League, right?
Well, I want to talk about the Power Hour thing real quick before we get into Wrestle League.
We can talk about it all because it's all about Steve, anyways.
Okay. Well, let's talk about the Steve portion here. Let's talk about the Power Hour portion here real quick, because there's a couple things. First off, Angel went onto the Power Hour, and she was on the live stream, honest, like she said she was. But here's the difference in what was said and what Angel did, because completely different. And Angel, like I said, you're on my if I still had MySpace, you'd be in my top 3, along with Max Holiday and TBD.
Who's number 1?
Max Holiday.
Yeah.
And then Angel, because Max Holiday doesn't lie about me like Angel did. But I'm going to forgive her. It's going to be okay. She went on to the Power Hour and said that I told her to tell Steve I was better than him. Not true at all. Because for anyone who listened to the live stream, Nubby, you were there. She said I was the best. I did not ask her to say it. I did not push her to say it. She voluntarily said, I am the best. And all I said is, could you please go onto the Power Hour and tell Steve that? And that's it. And all she had to do was oh, hey, Steve, just to let you know, Travis is the best. But she didn't. She went there and said, Travis wanted me to tell you that he's better than you, which, true, I did not say that. So,
I love that. While true, I did not tell her to say that.
Facts. And again, Steve does a great job of what he does. The only difference between me and Steve is you do things like the Frontline show, In Focus, where you threaten to pistol whip somebody and throw your glasses down, possibly breaking them.
Those are
just because you push that boundary. Now, granted, I think Steve did what he was supposed to do correctly, but knowing the type of guy Ben McCoy is, when you start saying shit in that way, he's going to get defensive and do what he did. Now, what did they say? Go watch the video. Go onto YouTube, go to Frontline Pro, go watch the In Focus that Steve and Ben McCoy did. It got released 2 days ago. It got very personal, very real, very fucking quick. And yes, what Ben said to Steve is hurtful, rude, mean, but it's Ben McCoy. What Steve said was what Steve does. He doesn't back down. He made idle threats to Ben McCoy. Now, here's the thing, though. Ben McCoy will probably do something about it down the line. If he chooses to, that's who Ben McCoy is. Steve cannot sit here and be pissed. And again, this is another related video of Mr. Young attacking RVP. Now, that's out there. You guys can see it on Steve's page. I think you go to C3's Facebook channel and see the attack there. Mr. Young attacked RVP with a chair. Steve thinks it's diabolical and blah, 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 blah. But you can't get mad at Mr. Young for being Mr. Young when Steve wants to sit there and justify what he does. Because whether you attack somebody physically or verbally, you're still attacking somebody. It's kind of the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
You can't call somebody a son of a bitch. You can't call somebody a bastard. You can't say that they're tearing apart. You can't attack a man's character and feel that that's different than the physical attack that Mr. Young did on RVP. And I guess we're going to live in this bubble world now where C-Red and Mr. Young are two completely different fucking people. And we can do that because Mr. Young wears all gray. So
he's not red.
So clearly not C-Red, more like D-Gray, whatever. Doesn't matter. But
So
what
there's
Mr.
some
Young?
gray area.
Boom. Yeah. Not
Right.
that show I kicked off of Freaknet Studios, though. We're not talking about that. But what Mr. Young did, I know they're going to talk about it in the Power Hour. They're probably going to deep dive into it. Mr. Young's probably not going to give a shit about Steve's feelings about it because it does not matter to Mr. Young what Steve's feelings are because Steve will do what Steve does. And even though he loves C-Red, he will call Mr. Young a son of a bitch or a bastard or a guy who's going to get his comeuppance, whatever goofy fucking saying Steve's going to use. Just how Steve is. So that's it for me. That's my rant.
So you did mention, the in focus thing. Now, mind you, the interview took place a while ago. So much time has passed since, and they probably kumbaya at this point. I don't know.
Well, and I think because we kind of talked about beforehand, I think it was in between the moment where Ben was attacked by Aaron Xavier, and Ben showed up on the Power Hour at the beginning of the year. It was like in that very small window. So it's just one of the things like I think I may have set it off air too, but no, I definitely 100% set it off air. It's goofy to release it now because people who don't know that are gonna think, "Holy shit, there's an issue." Like I'm telling you right now, the shit that said is a little fucked up, but there's a reason it's released now. Like somebody wants somebody to see something about this, regardless if it was probably 2.5, 3 months away. If you're releasing it now, there's a reason for it.
Right.
Yeah.
But the one thing that kind of got me, and I would have said it if it came out sooner, is Steve mentioned Ben's daughter. Now, in a normal argument, if it just came out of nowhere, yeah, Ben had every right to, get puff-chested and want to punch Steve in the face. But here's the problem. Ben was wrong at reacting the way he did because his daughter was involved. She got in the ring, fact. So she was trying to help her father, also fact. Held hostage, not in like hostage, you see on TV,
Yeah.
but held against her will by the Rapture, fact. So
Okay.
Steve was bringing up facts about the situation. Ben took that completely wrong and got personal with Steve. I won't say the part of what Ben said because to me that was disrespectful. It's on YouTube.
Yeah,
you can go watch
On
it.
YouTube.
That's
Frontline
gotta be
Pro,
why.
right there. Yeah. Go to JFW's channel, subscribe while you're there, and then go to the list of wrestling shows that we have linked there. Frontline Pro is like one of the first 5.
We give Steve a lot of shit for the things he does because he deserves it sometimes.
I don't think I do.
We call him out on everything he does wrong.
That I do. Yeah, I do.
Okay, so in this situation though, Steve wasn't wrong bringing up that situation.
Yeah.
It all happened, and it's on. I'm sure it's on video at this point. It took place. You can't be mad at Steve for saying it. So to go off on the rant that he did, little disrespectful.
No, and I agree with it. As I said, the only reason it's probably a bad choice on Steve's part is because who he did it to.
Right.
That's the only thing. It's somebody who is going to take everything personally. I think certain people in this business, if Steve was to go up to it and let's say Steve sat down with Hunter Payne and talked about Dallas or even his son Hunter and said, perfect example was the war between SCW and ARW. I mean, hell, I talked to Hunter about Max Holiday punching Hunter Payne's kid right in the fucking face. I was at the show. It was fantastic. It was amazing. Yeah, Hunter got a little defensive about it because, his kid was just a fan. He was a kid at the time. Well, he understands how the business works. He got upset that I brought it up, but he didn't get mad at me for bringing it up. He got mad at Holiday for doing it. when Steve brought it up, yeah, Ben could be mad at Steve for mentioning it, but that's going to be because of his own anger to himself, because he's the one that books his daughter to do the announcing, right? I mean, she wasn't just running from the crowd or from the back to help her dad. Like, she's part of the business. I'm sure, just like everyone else, there's fucking liability forms you gotta sign, and hey, please don't sue and all this other goofy shit.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah, and realistically, it's like, okay, yeah, she was manhandled for a minute. They didn't beat her up. She didn't get hurt, Yeah, she probably got scared because some fucking sweaty ass fucking dudes, making her watch her dad get her ass handed to her. Luckily, Sierra came out to save the day because Sierra's a badass.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I agree with you. He said Ben should not have acted like that, but it's Ben. It's not a surprise.
Yeah.
Ben Hothead, got it.
Yeah. But go check it out. Go check on Frontline Pro on YouTube.
Yep. You can follow it. Just JFW. Subscribe while you're there. Link. Yeah.
Yep. All the promotions are linked on the page, so makes it nice and easy to find your information.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
Especially when it's only posted a couple days ago.
Yeah, should be right there. Nubby, let's wrap up with Wrestle League because you were there.
I was there.
The anniversary show.
It was anniversary 13.
Yeah, out in Homewood.
Out at
the roller derby arena.
That's what we'll call it. The roller derby arena.
Yeah, the Chicago roller derby arena.
Yeah. And the knockouts were in the house. They were up in the bleacher area, those weird seats. Big whole group with them, with Rion Skills up there, and Cactus Rack was there.
Yeah, I saw some RPW people were there.
Yes. Shelly. Dipshit was there.
Oh, the moron?
The idiot. The dumbass.
Stupid. Yeah, stupid.
Owner Kevin was there. Pizza and Beer were also there.
I saw that. I saw you guys borrowed somebody's title that was laying around.
Hey, you leave a title laying around, it's gonna be messed with. Just saying.
Yeah.
By the two biggest goofs in the world. I'm just saying.
Tell you what, though, the title looked pretty sweet on you.
It did. It felt like a great moment.
A little foreshadowing feel.
Maybe.
Who knows, right? There's what, 5 championships up for grabs at RPW?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can go for another title. It's been a while.
You return Turtle 3 belts.
I could.
Get that tag title, get that Intercounty title. Oh, maybe throw in a Zero Gravity Championship while you're at it. Who knows?
Well, Aaron Stone has that right now. I'll let him handle his business.
I think it'll be fine. Yeah, you can take it.
Yeah, probably could. I mean, last time I wrestled him, Damian Saint stopped the match.
Ooh,
There's no telling if I would have won or lost.
That's right. We don't know.
And I think we talked about that on the show.
Yeah.
When he was on.
Yeah. I think we're coming up.
I
think we're coming up to 2 years of you on the show now.
Come up to 3.
The 3? Wow, time flies. Time flies, bro.
I think.
We talked about a
I
lot.
think it was 2 years last year.
Okay. My favorite thing about this show is when people come up to me and be like, "Man, that was a funny thing you said the other day." I was like, "What?" So much shit has been said in the show, and I can't recall all of it. But people are like, "Yeah, remember when you were on the show and you're talking about how you hoped Nubby would hand out sausage pizza to vegetarians?" I was like, "I know, but that sounds like something I'd say."
All right, so the biggest mistake on their part, if they actually listen to the show, the fact that they're asking, "Do you remember?"
That's the thing, yeah, because I don't remember shit. Yeah, as soon as I said, there was a lot I said tonight. Don't fucking remember. Can't even tell you. Not one bit.
First hours of blank already to me.
Exactly. See, that's it. That's why I record it so other people can enjoy it when they're like, "Oh, I really liked what you said on that show." I'm like, "Yeah, thanks, man."
Cool. I got nothing. Glad you enjoyed, though. Glad you enjoyed.
Right, 100%. Yeah. But yes,
Okay.
Wrestle League. So some people were out in the audience. Some players in the business. Pizza and
Really?
beer were there.
Pizza and beer. I saw that
pizza and
picture. I
beer.
heard you guys talking about that when I stepped away.
Yeah. Maybe you think I get pizza and beer down to fucking high voltage?
There's a possibility.
Right? Maybe pizza and beer takes on punitive damages.
Well, someone's got to keep beating the heck out of them, so why not?
Right? Oh yeah, Sheik needs someone to fucking wrestle with his stupid shoes.
I still owe Sheik I still owe him a receipt.
I know
Okay.
you're supposed to wrestle him, but he was too afraid to show up.
That's right, he was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then you had to wrestle VJ Price without me giving you a heads up on that one. Sorry.
That's a hell of a random. Hey, you got a VJ Price match. What? I was preparing for the Sheik.
Yeah, it was funny. I'm going to tell you exactly what happened that day. So I get a fucking text, right? I'm just laying there, I just finished recording this freaking show. I'm laying in bed. Boom comes through. Sheik unable to make it. Oh fuck. Text flat top. Hey, useless. You got anyone I can use for high voltage? She can't make it. He's like, how about VJ Price? I'm like, sold. Nubby can beat VJ.
Done.
Grab my phone, started to text. Hey, Nubby, you gonna wrestle VJ tonight? Fucking dozed off, took a nap. Forgot to send it.
So you had the opportunity to give him the heads up.
Yeah,
and
it was right there. Like, boom, right there. Yeah. Nutty.
Sounds about right.
Oops.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, see, deep down, when I woke up from my nap, getting ready to get cleaned up and head off today, I noticed I didn't send it. I was like, well, maybe I'll send it now. And when you'd be like, thanks for the heads up, like, dude, I sent that hours ago.
Still in the
damn
line.
Verizon. Yeah, fucking nutty. Fucking solar flares coming across. I can't explain it. Yeah. The time change, who knows? Economy, whatever. Glaciers.
Chip in the Matrix. I don't know.
There we go. Yeah. Gravitational poles a little askew. Who knows? Yeah.
It's getting heavy.
Yeah. Point is, that one's on me. But you won, so we're good.
Yeah, I'm not great.
Listen, if you get a hold of, fucking Johnny Lush over there, and says, "Hey man, you want to come down to Southland and wrestle in a tag match on high voltage?" If he says yes, I'll book you against Punitive.
Write that down.
Just make a note. Get a hold of fucking Robbie Boozehound and see if he wants to come down.
I shall do that.
Yeah, there's no bar there, but I'm sure he'd fucking probably drink fucking sewer water if I told. Well, you get it.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, shout out to Rock and Pro Wrestling for giving fucking Max Holiday his own fucking drink. Finally. I mean, I won't drink it because it's Jim Beam and Coke, but I definitely want the glass.
I'm just gonna make an Apex drink. Screw it.
There we go. You can put you use blue carousel to make it fucking blue, Sprite, and maybe like a probably like a cherry vodka.
Get out of my head. This is actually a drink I used to make.
Yeah, it's a solid fucking drink. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Yeah.
It's actually something I used to make.
Yeah, well, it has to be blue carousel because you wear blue. So I mean,
I don't wear blue.
Is that purple? I'm colorblind. Is that purple?
Oh yeah, I wear purple.
Oh well.
The whole gimmick has been purple.
Colorblind.
Damn, I did not know this. See, now I've learned something new about Travis.
Yeah, I thought it was blue this entire time. Now I just know you're a girl. So
whoa, with the dark purple.
Oh, geez. I think you could probably put Midori in it. Maybe that'll make it purplish.
We can just put purple for coloring. I'm pretty sure that won't kill nobody.
Yeah, that's stupid. No.
We got dyes nowadays.
You got now. There's a purple liqueur out there. I think it's cream to violet.
Ooh, okay.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure
it out. Make the drink. We'll make it.
We'll figure it out. Maybe I'll do an entire JFW YouTube video. I'll just go to a bar and like, listen, I'm gonna tell you about a wrestler. I'm gonna give you his gimmick, and you make me a drink that represents that guy. So if anyone wants to join me on that, we'll have Card Comics pay for it.
Let's do it.
Fuck yeah, right? We'll have Card Comics pay for it and just say,
yes.
Yeah, hey, I want you to make me 100 pain. Just a 50-year-old grandfather with bad hips who
he's
hasn't been able to
6'3"
grow
and
hair in 30 years.
290.
Yeah, gave himself the championship a few times, and likes to get a chicken shit challenge at a G-rated fucking wrestling show. You know they're gonna bring me fucking cream de menthe. That's all it is.
God, I'm so glad I'm on the shelf right now. Otherwise, I'm probably gonna get beaten.
That's fine. In order to get to me, you have to climb steps up to the stage, and he won't do that.
You got time to get away. You'll be fine.
Yeah, no, I'm fat, but I could probably get away. Yeah. By the time he gets halfway up the one flat stairs, I'll go down the other one, then he'll get to the top of the stage like, fuck, down now?
Yeah, that 50-year-old man laid a beating on me a year ago. So that's I'm good. I've literally felt it. I'm okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, now you can say you got your ass handed to you by a grandfather.
Yeah, multi-grandfather too. So
yeah,
damn, that actually puts perspective in life. Holy crap.
That's true. Former SCW Tag Team Champion, former SCW Heavyweight Champion, I believe 2-time SCW Heavyweight Champion. But he's not the longest reigning 3-time SCW Heavyweight Champion like who?
Your best friend, Max Holiday.
My best fucking friend, Max Holiday. That's right. Going to be future RPW fucking champion next weekend on the 12th when he beats fucking Michaels. No disrespect to Damian Saint, but it's going to fucking happen. And sorry for you guys, J-Bex didn't keep his job, so.
Yeah.
Which we saw at fucking Southland who ate shit coming out.
Hey, he did. And he was also at Wrestle League.
Was he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that Wrestle League?
J-Beck. He was hanging out.
Nice.
He was the one that came out Whiskey Bent Hellbound and made it like 8
steps
before he ate. Yeah. I'm here for that.
Yeah, I had nothing to say at that moment.
I had everything to say.
Yeah, I'm glad you had everything to say because he literally just fell on his face. He was pretty proud of that. He goes, "That totally wasn't planned. I would have more questions if it was."
He does listen to the show.
He does.
Well, yeah.
He does.
There we go.
All right, Wrestle League.
Wrestle League. So it started out with a pre-show 6-man tag. Now, it was Team Christian Torjan because I don't remember the other guys on this team. And they took on Joey Dalton and Team High Velocity. And High Velocity did get the win.
Cool. It's a fun name. Are they like high-flying types?
Yeah. Very high-flying. So main show starts, and out comes the owner, which I also did not get the name of his. But it doesn't matter because it seems like he endorses the Caribbean Cartel, who are not very well liked. Because he did introduce them out, and they were talking their shit. It's what they do. But out came Humek, who will be wrestling for the heavyweight title later on in the show, and said he will be the champion after that night. Was he? Well, we'll find out.
Okay.
All right. So we had the 6-man ladder match for the Proven Championship. Disco Ray was defended his championship against Bugs Moran, Jay Vanity, Joey Mack, and somebody else that was in the match, and I didn't write that one down. But I can go back to the archives because it's what I do.
What I do.
Maurice was also in the match, and Manchos Mayhem. And the winner was Disco Ray. He retained the Proven Championship. Special highlight in this match, Disco was on a motor scooter and had a mini ladder on his head while riding it.
The mini ladder finally made its appearance somewhere.
Yeah, and he knocked some folks out.
With the mini ladder.
Yes,
Oh dear God.
on a scooter.
Okay, so he had some momentum here. Got it.
And then he actually pushed somebody off the ladder onto people, and that allowed him to get the belt.
Climbing bump. So we have a new champion then.
Now he's the retaining champion.
Oh, okay. Because it's Disco Ray. Gotcha.
Yeah. We had the women's number one contender match, triple threat. Winner becomes number one contender for the women's championship. Lulu La Reina took on Maya Carras and Natalia Perez. Which, by the way, Travis, look Natalia Perez up and get her booked on SCW. She is good.
Okay.
When Maya came out, she didn't waste any time. She went right after both of them. She's pissed. She missed out on the last women's title match, and with all the drama with Russell, calls himself the real women's champion, the greatest women's champion of all time. She wasn't happy. So she was beating ass, and she actually did pick up the win.
Who picked up the win?
Maya Carras.
So she's the number one contender for the title.
The women's champion. Yep.
She's got talent. You've seen her a few more times than I have live. Little raw, but I think she's got a good future out of her, especially if she keeps it up.
Yeah. Now, I still believe Lulu La Reina should have gotten the rematch because she was ultimately screwed. But the powers that be put her in a triple threat number one contenders, and she just didn't get the win this time. But I'd say she'll get her title back sometime down the line. Okay. We had a tag team fatal 4-way for the tag team titles. Now, the tag team champions are, at this moment, the Caribbean Cartel, which was Razi and Jesus DeSafio. And they took on Born Low, which was Muggsy James and Bronson, formerly known as Daddy Andy.
Daddy Andy.
Yeah, Hot Rod Daddy Andy. Remember him?
I do, but it's been a long time since I heard that name. Wow.
And then there was Joseph Von Jaeger and Trick Davis also in the match, and the Bro Bros.
The Bro Bros?
The Bro Bros.
Bro Bros. I like
yeah. Now, I felt bad for Tad Bro because the cartel took off his shoes and socks during this match. So it was like schoolyard bullying, if you will.
Just picking on him the whole time.
Yeah. And they just took off his shoes and socks and made him wrestle with those.
That can't be fun at all.
Nah. Now, during the match, there were Legos brought in.
I know where this is going.
Yeah, they were slammed and dropped on some Legos.
I wish that upon nobody. As someone that has kids, I wish the Legos upon nobody.
Yeah. People say thumbtacks hurt. Well,
you never stepped on Legos, okay?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the show was good on this one? Was it good? Was it a good match overall then?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Humek came back out and distracted the cartel. And that allowed, Muggsy to try and take advantage while JVJ and Trick Davis were duct taping one of the cartel members.
Like hands together or like across his face? Like what kind of duct taping?
His hands together onto the post so he cannot do anything.
Okay.
And then when Muggsy had the pin, Trick Davis and JVJ interrupted and took advantage of the situation and became the new Wrestle League Tag Team Champions.
Okay. So we had 2 title change. No, we had 1 retention, a title change, and we still haven't had the heavyweight championship yet.
Right.
Oh, geez. Okay. Hell of an anniversary show so far.
It is. And we're about to get into the Urban Crown title match. Was also a fatal 4-way, where it was Tully Bordarelli taking on Mike Strong, Enzo Orlandi, and Hayo del Enigma. Hayo del Enigma. Yeah, that guy.
Okay.
See, this is the part where I can't say names right.
We're near the end of the show. That's why we've kind of got like burned out a little bit there.
No, I can never speak names. It's just who I am. I am who I am. I do what I do. Sometimes I bleed.
Sometimes
This is an interesting cast. We got one that can't see colors, one that can't say names, and then now I can't read. This is great.
And yet the viewers still keep showing up.
They keep showing up, huh? Okay.
That's right. Lure them in.
They're stuck.
Fuck yeah.
Now, it should be no surprise. Humek came out again and
He's busy.
distracted Enigma because he was the champion and he was part of the cartel, which
Okay.
allowed Tully Bordarelli to take advantage and got the win. And
So
he
we
is
have a
the
new champion.
new Urban Crown champion.
Okay.
Now, after the match, Tully thanks everybody for showing up, being the 13th show or 13th year anniversary. And he also mentions that it was just about the exact day of being 5 years sober.
Congratulations to him. That's awesome.
Always good to hear people getting their lives together. And
Yeah.
5 years is a long time.
Oh, yeah. Truly is. So good for him. I've seen people not make it that far, not even make it to the year, not make it half a year. So for him to stay for that long, congratulations to him. And now a new championship under his belt. So that's awesome.
Chris Logan had a birthday celebration or birthday appreciation. His wife got in the ring and made him get in the ring, and we said happy birthday to him. And he did the spin-a-rooney, the Shogun Rooney.
Yeah, I thought I saw that pop up on the Instagram feed. But it was something. It was something. His version of the spin Rooney. So it was something. But
he did some kind of spin.
Yeah, happy birthday, Shogun.
Yeah. It'll actually be his birthday tomorrow, officially.
Even better. So happy early birthday then.
Yeah.
Like we're ahead of the game. When's it get posted? Tonight? Tomorrow?
What, the show?
Yeah, when's this get posted?
Tonight.
Our show? Tonight.
Okay, so yeah. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, audio comes out tonight, video, if I remember.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you know what? Subscribe over to YouTube so you know.
Yeah.
You may or may not be able to watch this.
Hey, you know what? If more people fucking subscribe, maybe it'll come out the same night. Who knows?
Yeah.
I can't. I don't got control over it, or do I?
Yeah.
Now we had the women's title match, where it was Russell, the champion, took on Brittany Kay. Now, mind you, I'm not sure you know this, Apex, but they are an item.
Oh.
They are together.
Okay.
They sleep in the same bed.
I'm smelling what you're stepping in.
You're stepping in what I'm smelling?
Yeah, I'm smelling it.
You picking up what I'm putting down?
Yes, I'm picking up what you put down. Don't look at me like that. I know what he's talking about. I get it. I got it. Yeah, we got it.
All right.
Now they heard ya.
And it was a hardcore match.
AFA.
Oh God, I'm never gonna get booked.
I'll call it a domestic dispute in real life.
Oh.
Hey, then it's professional wrestling. It's just a match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
gotta be weird on the ride home, though.
Yep. I'm sure it was. Especially after what they did to each other. Holy shit.
But see, here's the beauty part of it. Because if they drove together, that title's going to go home regardless.
Yeah. It's going to the same spot.
Yeah.
Different names.
This is our championship.
Yeah, he'll say that after. Yeah,
Yeah.
I could see him saying that.
Oh no.
Considering what happens here. So Russell, in the end, put a chair on top of Brittany and did a splash on her.
Oof.
Now it looked like she was really hurt because the ref had a call for help, and to the point where they're bringing her to the back. He even put the X up. I mean, you know what that means.
Also, real quick, so they put some highlight videos of the matches and shit up on the Wrestle League Facebook page. Is this the referee from fucking Rocket Pro that got inducted to the LIM?
Yes.
Yeah, this dude sucks. he's a garbage ref.
He's horrible. Gotcha.
I'm looking at this guy, I'm like, oh, I know exactly who it is. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, no, I know who this is. Idiot. I'm sorry, go ahead.
So we thought, okay, Brittany was hurt, and they were taking her to the back. Yeah. But Russell, in his big head, full of all ego,
ego, what?
And ego and shit, I should say, because fucking rough. It's
the Royal Flush. Yeah, he's the Royal Flush.
The Royal Flush. That's what it is. He's the Royal Flush. So he went and got her and did another splash of his own without a chair.
Oh God. Okay.
But she kicked out. Surprisingly, she kicked out of that shit.
Surprisingly kicked out. Got it. Okay.
So she's one tough woman. I'll tell you. I wouldn't fuck with her.
Strong word.
Glad you fuck with you either.
Well, Nubby did win a dance-off against JR, and I thought he won, won her over with it, but apparently not.
I thought I did. She did enjoy it. She was enjoying it.
Who wouldn't, right?
This is...
You shook that show, bro.
You look like a great dancer. You got the hits,
She was shell-shocked.
Well, maybe because I didn't drive home with her, and he did.
That's what it is. You're like, hey, baby, want to come see my my drain pipe? And she'd be like, what? Because obviously, if anyone says that to her, she's like, oh, God, is he talking about his butt? You were talking about a true drain pipe because, you live in a sewer.
There you go.
But, obviously, when you sitting around here, you keep saying what AFA stands for, and then one of your pickup lines like, hey, baby, want to see my drain pipe? You're giving them mixed signals.
Yeah.
But this was before AFA.
Oh, let's not dispute timelines.
Fine.
There we go.
Let's see here. So Russell actually tried to leave, and he was brought back. And Brittany collected herself and gives Russell her riptide.
Oh, okay.
Well, he kicks out. Now, the fact that she picked his bag ass up, props to her. I mean, his big head weighs more than a ton anyway. If you've seen his head, you know what I mean. It's a big fucking head.
Huge head.
He can't even wear a hat because it's so big.
No, they don't make hats that big.
No. Well, actually, yes, they do. He was wearing it once.
It's not a real hat.
It's not real.
Let's see. So then Russell gives Brittany a spear, and Brittany kicks out. So Russell grabs the chain, but while he was flaunting it, Brittany low blows him. All legal.
Oh yeah, it's a hardcore match, right?
And then, let's see. Brittany did take him down and goes for the cover, but then she stopped it. She stopped her own count because she wanted to use the chain on him. So she punched him in the face and then proceeded to choke him out with it. And in the end, Russell tapped out, and we have a new women's champion in Brittany K. And that crowd went wild.
Definitely over with the fans, huh?
This match was main event quality, and it wasn't the main event.
But say you've been given some heavy matches here with some pretty decent names And we still have yet to get to the main event.
So congratulations to Brittany on ending that bullshit of a title reign.
Did you just ignore Apex compliment to you?
Yes.
That's
I just moved on.
Like wow, you gave me some detailed information. This is awesome. So yeah, congratulations.
I thought we were just moving on. I didn't know I had to respond. I am who I am.
At first, I was like, "Oh shit, maybe Nubby didn't hear Apex," but it's like, ah.
No, I just wanted to move on. Okay, got it. Okay,
gotcha.
I am who I am.
That's
I am.
Sometimes I bleed. Sometimes I ignore Apex when he talks and gives me compliments.
They don't happen very often, so if you're missing them.
Well, I appreciate that compliment, buddy.
Got you.
See, doesn't matter when I say things.
Oh yeah.
Things got said.
Eventually.
Yeah.
The key thing is they were said.
I'm an eventually kind of guy. I eventually do something.
Yeah, down the line.
Well, eventually you're going to talk about this main event, I think.
I'm going to talk about this main event right now.
Oh,
yes.
It's coming up now.
Right now.
Right now.
This one.
All right, I'm in. What do you got?
All right. So it was.
Good guy.
You're killing me, man.
Killing me, Smalls.
I've heard that one before.
It was the heavyweight title lumberjack match. Okay. There were lumberjacks.
Was the cartel part of the lumberjacks?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Which it was Alfredo Melise, who is the champion and part of the cartel, taking on Humac. Right off the bat, Alfredo jumps Humac. Like he came out of nowhere. His music's playing and just jumps Humac. But that didn't matter. Humac does his splash and goes for the cover. In comes in Razi of the cartel. And Kendo sticks the ref.
Bold choice.
Now for Travis's amusement, it was the ref that you just shit on.
Well deserved. Good then. Fuck him.
So good. You got hit with a kendo stick. Congratulations.
The LIM ref.
Yeah. So you know he's an idiot.
Okay.
That's what the I in LIM stands for. It's idiotic.
Yeah. And keep in mind, I am a member of the LIM.
Well, not a main member. Not one that gets invited to every single LIM podcast or partakes in every single LIM vlog, or when they defend the LIM championship, you're never really in contention for it, or put on the profile picture of the LIM page, things like that. The intro to the podcast. So I mean, yes, you're a member, but you're more like a Chet Gunderson's daughter style member, like that kind of level. Like you're hot and probably shouldn't be part of the group, but you're there. Yeah, just like Chet Gunderson's hot daughter, you should listen to me when I say, yeah, don't join that group.
So essentially, Travis called me hot.
I 100%. You and Chet Gunderson's daughter are the two hottest members of the LAM. The new girl's cute. What's her fucking face?
Laura?
Female Giggles or whatever. Yeah.
Little
Giggles. Yeah, whatever her fucking name is. Yeah, she's cute too. I heard she's a great cook. I haven't got my French onion soup yet, but I heard she's a good cook. But I know you're. Fuck yeah, you're hot. Yeah, even for being a reptile who's cold-blooded. I think that's right. I'm not quite sure. Are turtles cold-blooded?
Yes, they're reptiles. I know that for sure.
There we go. So, yeah, you, Chuck Gunderson's daughter, hot.
Okay.
God, I miss fucking Chuck Gunderson's daughter. God, I would suffer through listening to an hour of that moron fucking speak. That means his daughter's just sitting right there, fucking spoon feeding me strudel.
It's getting a weird picture here.
I've been lonely for quite some time.
Well, after the ref got knocked out, the Lumberjacks all came in and had a brawl.
Hmm.
They just
Pandemonium.
fought everywhere. It was pandemonium for sure. And then they all just scattered at some point. I don't know where they went.
Yeah.
They just left.
Just got. We're over this.
Yeah, just turn the
That's
light
how-
switch on, cockroaches scatter. Like, oh.
That's how it was, pretty much.
Wow.
So let's see. Even Louis the Wrench, who was on commentary, went in there and beat people up. And mind you, he is an original member of the cartel. He was one of the leaders.
Okay.
So it makes sense, right?
To an extent.
And then it what looked like Humac was about to do some shit and win the match. The owner came in and raided Humac with a chair. Well, he blocked the chair shot and hit the owner right in the head. Now, the video is out there. If you ever see it, that shit was loud. He got him straight in the dome.
It's it's on Wrestle League's Facebook page. It's rough.
It is.
So it's on their Facebook page.
Oh yeah, it's a shot. It's not like he went over. Like that dude swung for the fences, man. That
yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Honestly, it looks well deserved.
It was because he tried to get involved.
Yeah.
So
that's what happens. Yeah, and that's why Steve wonders why he gets hits with chairs. Shit like that. Don't get involved in things. Fucking sit behind your desk. That's what I do. How many times have I got hit in the chairs fucking since I became GM of High Voltage?
I mean, never. I mean, I almost got my ass beat by you, but that's a different time, different Apex.
That's another thing too. I wouldn't have came at you. I don't know MMA. Yeah. Unless I fell on your face and suffocated you, I wasn't going to win anything. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, still had to listen. You threatened me with money, so I need my money.
Yeah. See, you got to stay in your lane. Yeah. May not be able to beat you, but I can make you broke.
Yeah,
that's how you beat Apex right there.
About it. Cancel the checks.
After everything, even Jesus kind of is having second thoughts about being in the cartel because he pretty much beat up Alfredo after a while.
So he turned on the cartel. Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder what those repercussions are going to be now.
Well, he lost the titles himself, and he's just tired of the bullshit. But in the end, Humac did get the win and became the new Wrestle League champion.
I'm glad to hear he had a very busy night, and kudos to him. I've gotten a stare down with him in the past, which was fun. That is a very large human being. And of course, I had to be the one to go face to face with him. So we'll do it. Fortunately, there is no footage.
And that is Wrestle League 13th anniversary.
So that was a really good show. A lot of good action, a lot of changes, a lot of upcoming stars. So that's really cool. That's awesome that you got to be there and see it live. So
it was my first Wrestle League show, and I'm finally, glad to be there.
Cool.
We don't have a day of the next show. Did they happen to mention while you were there when the next show is going to be?
Possibly June.
June, okay. So we'll talk about the next Wrestle League show when it comes up. At least we know as of right now, Maya is the number one contender for the women's championship. So
it's the only thing we really got on that. We have new champions and one new contender.
So yep, exactly. Good job. See, I acknowledged.
Trying to pitch it. Trying to pitch it.
Team play. I appreciate it. I'm not like Nubby. Next week, obviously, we'll cover any results we get from Backbreaker Wrestling if we do get any. Next week, I think because of WrestleMania, is going to be the biggest and packed weekend of Midwest Wrestling. Friday, we're going to have Dreamwave's all-women's show plus freelance wrestling. Saturday, we have a Frontline Pro, Rocket Pro, Dreamwaves Night 2, AAW, Emerge, ARW, and Brew City Wrestling, all happening next Saturday.
Wow. And then the weekend after that, you said it was WrestleMania, right?
WrestleMania weekend will be the following weekend. I got to get a hold of Dizzle J to find out if we're going to. I think we might be doing the WrestleMania show Friday night. But, yeah, Apex, out of here, you get to be part of the prediction shows and stuff.
Hell yeah.
So now you get to submit predictions on. We're only doing WWE, TNA, and NXT because those are what we're going to focus on. Fuck everything else. It's too complicated. I don't got time and whatever. And it's AEW. So, but yeah, next week we will have 9 match cards at least to cover that we can tell.
Okay. Be a fun week.
Yeah. In the meantime, Nubby, I'm going to start with you, man. Give me your final freaking thought. What's on your mind about professional wrestling this week, leading into the weekend?
Okay, so there was a topic last week. It's probably been forgotten, but I haven't forgotten about it because I think people are stupid, especially wrestlers who are butthurt that they got fired. I don't know. Well, let me ask you this question. What's the difference between a double champion and a unified champion?
We really, okay, we're going over that one.
With the Mandy Rose thing?
Yes, he's 100% going on. So I'm sorry, they did the right thing. She is the first double NXT champion. Those were 2 different promotions. She had 2 different belts. I understand, but there is a fine detail there on this one. Yeah. And Mandy Rose is wrong. She was not the double NXT champion.
No, it's like when Jericho won the 2 belts. He wasn't a double champion. He was a WWE World Heavyweight Champion. He just happened to carry around 2 championship belts. When Mandy Rose, yes,
undisputed.
When Mandy Rose won the United States UK Championship, she wasn't known as the NXT Women or NXT Women's and NXT UK Women's Champion. Yeah, she just first off she just wanted to be relevant again, which 100%. I get that she's relevant with her fucking modeling and photos and whatever fan-based websites that she's on and shit.
Exclusive content, yes.
Yes, yeah. The thing where she goes on to talk shows and brag that she makes $1 million a month, and maybe she does. Because if people want to go out there and spend $1,000 a month to see somebody in a bikini, good for you. I'm proud of you. Live your life. That's fine. Never. I would never. 100% not. I don't care how hot you fucking are. Absolutely not.
I give it 5.
No. I watched some fucking. I watched some what the hell is it called? Like a stunt double on like Pornhub. If I really want to fucking go down that road. But no, Mandy Rose is very attractive. She's very hot, but she's not hot enough to spend 20, 30, 40, whatever the fuck her subscription is a month just to see her, cupping her fucking breast. So people be like, oh man, well maybe I'll see a slip. Grow the fuck up.
You seem to know exactly what's on her page.
Okay, find one who isn't like that. Okay, I own maybe 80% of the WWE Playboys. I don't own Chyna's and I don't own Sable's first one. But I own all the other ones.
Same ones. I don't have any of those either. Like I got those in play.
Well, it's the same thing. They're always even WWE magazines and shit. If they're topless, they're always covering themselves.
Yeah,
it's like it's not fucking worth it. Like, listen, everyone else live your lives, support people and their content and shit. That's just not for me. I'd rather go on Twitch and listen to Soraya or Paige, however you want to refer to her. Like play video games, talk about her life, and subscribe on Twitch for like $8 a month and stuff like that. I'll do stuff like that. I'm not buying exclusive content in the hope that maybe she's fucking gonna send me some fucking videos that you get for free on Pornhub, LobsterTube, whatever fucking porn site you want to fucking go to. But the fact that she wants to sit there and say that WWE is shitty because they're not acknowledging her as a double champ, well, she's fucking wrong.
100%.
She is. Now, the only thing I can say for her is that she should have been brought back to WWE NXT by now.
Agreed. I think she had enough talent. I liked her NXT run. I think it was her best work that she's done. Yeah. And she wanted to do exclusive content, so she got booted.
Yeah. I don't, and I think too, like, so, because the thing is, like, what she did is no different than what Logan Paul did with the U.S. title, or what Becky and Seth Rollins did with the championships. They all did the exact same thing. I think the only difference is she sold the content for money.
Yeah.
Where I think the other ones, they just kind of posted them on social media.
It was a thing. It happened. It's something that they were kind of like reenacting from the 90s, most of these guys. But as you said, she made a site and was on the sites that are not approved by WWE and sold the content. That's where you are correct. And I think that's exactly what's in their contracts. They cannot do. I mean, I don't know the rules of free, but I know they cannot do that for profit.
Here's a thing. Jordan Grace, she actually had to take down her OnlyFans.
I did hear about that with her. She had to get rid of that the second she signed the WWE contract.
Yep.
So
Didn't even know she had one.
Yeah, it's my wife doesn't watch this. It wasn't that great. I saw it.
Wife doesn't watch the show?
I'm glad she doesn't.
Tell him, Nubby. Tell him, Nubby.
No.
What do we say to people who don't watch the show?
Get them the book, sign them up, subscribe.
No,
worse.
Obviously,
way worse.
Obviously, he doesn't.
I thought you watched the show.
Obviously, he doesn't watch the show.
You don't watch the show?
I listen to most of the shows, mostly to hear if I'm mentioned.
You never hear me talk about people who don't listen to the fucking podcast?
No, there's a lot of in between talk with former hosts.
Gotcha. Well, here we are at an hour and 55, give or take, based on the intros. So we're saying about 2 hours. We're at the 2 hour mark right by now.
Yeah.
So fast forward to this part to your wife and say, hey, you got to listen to this part. So Mrs. Apex, if you're not listening to the show, go fuck yourself. Because anyone who doesn't listen to JFW can go fuck themselves. In fact, if you go to tpublic.com right now, search Just Freaking Wrestling or Freaknet Studios, there's a shirt that says there's two types of people in this world. Those who listen to the JFW and those who can fuck themselves. Because there's only two types of people in this fucking world.
Sure.
So you can listen to my show or fuck yourself. It don't matter.
Fantastic.
And if you're wondering, like, oh, would you really say that to Apex's wife? I said it to Aaron Xavier's daughter.
You would 100%. Yeah, that's a young woman. Yeah, you would 100% say that. She would look puzzled. 100%. Like, what the hell?
I think I said that to a business owner once. I don't give a shit.
Why is he telling me to go fuck myself? That's exactly what she asked me.
That's what she would probably say. Like, who the fuck is that guy? It's like, and that's why.
Yeah.
There you go. I'm sorry, Nubby, go ahead.
Continue.
No, you pretty much said everything I would have said.
Sorry, I did. Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
It's fine. No,
mine is also about women's wrestling, but it's not that high up. But yeah.
Okay. Well, nonetheless, there is a difference, and Mandy Rose is wrong. You are not a double champion. You are a unified champion. One company died, and you just took the belt and whatever. There's a difference. Get over yourself. Get over it. That's it.
Mandy, if you're watching this, you can come on the show and debate us if you'd like.
And if you're not watching, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true. Give it because when did she come out and do that? Like a week ago?
Yeah. But that was the NXT Championship match. Yeah, it's only been like a week.
Give it about 3 months and she'll be on AEW.
Probably. I don't doubt it. I mean, they lost Saraya. They got to fill the gap with some other.
They got somebody bitching about WWE. They need somebody to fucking like, oh, hey, we'll get you over here, and then they'll probably put it over for like 3 months, and then she'll fucking be nobody.
Yeah, sounds about right. That seems like the model I've been noticing.
Apex, what about you?
I gladly will take a 3 months of whatever the hell you want to do for that payday.
Done. There you go. Yeah, feed her to fucking Sasha Banks or Mercedes Moné and.
Whatever the hell she's called.
She's a thing. She's a thing down there. I forgot.
Yeah. What about you, Pex? What's your final freaking thought? What in wrestling are you thinking about this week?
The savage promo of frickin' Roman Reigns. I have been literally saying for years before he became the tribal chief thing that he needed to be heel. He's a natural at it. And for this man to just be on national television as CM Punk is finally getting his main event at Mania, which that's another topic that we can go over later, that this should not be a main event. As he's signing to go, man, this man's dream is my payday, is my favorite payday. I just about lost it. That probably was the funniest thing I've seen on WWE in a while. And most real, I know Phil, I know Punk, whatever you want to call him. That had to be completely off guard because it looked ad-libbed. It was perfect. I can't imagine what he went in the backstage and thought about, because that I know he can take a lot. I think I'd become upset because it is his dream. And the fact this man just said, I've done it 10 times. Oh, damn. All right. I don't know if you saw, there was a picture of podiums, and it had Roman 10-time main eventer, Seth 2-time main eventer, and then Punk opening champagne in his face saying 1-time main eventer. So I thought that was funny. But it's just that just shows the ad-lib ability of these guys in a promo, and to be able to just really nail one in the coffin. I thought that was awesome.
Well, and that's like, I think, what was that show? Insight with Chris Van Vliet.
Yeah.
He was talking, I mean, obviously, talking about the promo, he was talking about WrestleMania and everything. The fact, and as like you mentioned, Roman Reigns has main evented every single WrestleMania from WrestleMania 32 up until this one.
Yeah.
Except for the pandemic one. Obviously. Yeah. But, I mean, out of the last 11, he's going to main event 10 of them. And the fact that it seems official that they're going to be the last match of the second night.
I find that so weird.
It's interesting, though, because you would think that because first off, it clearly shows that winning the Royal Rumble means nothing. I mean, you're going to get your main event. It's just not going to be the WrestleMania main event.
You think they diverted because of the negative feedback to Jay?
From what I think Triple H said it at the end of, I think, the Royal Rumble, the Elimination Chamber press conference. He says that that the main event is the match that people care most about.
Okay, so it can be anywhere in the card.
Yeah, nobody gives a fuck. I mean, I love Tiffany Stratton. I think she's a great competitor. Nobody gives a fuck about her versus Charlotte.
No.
When it comes to Jay and Walter, it's not Jay and Sami Zayn. It's not that level. They're wrestling each other for the third time now, and it seems like Jay's gonna win. They're gonna give it to Jay.
I think so.
Yeah, they can't. If they don't, he can't be considered main event Jey Uso then.
No,
he just can't.
it's fun.
Because he had a brief run as IC champion and then nothing. So he needs to fucking win. So when you look at what matches matter, to me, because nobody fucking knows, this triple threat match should not be fucking happening.
It doesn't make sense. I mean, they hate each other. Oh, yeah. Paul Heyman has a connection.
There's no win. There's nothing you're winning from this match other than the victory itself. You know, there's no number one contendership. There's no title online. There's nothing. It's not like whoever wins gets to stick around. The two others have to leave. There's nothing on the line for this triple threat match other than the fact that they all have problems with each other. They all need to resolve their fucking issues.
There's 3 names. That's what you have.
That's what it is. So for me, that's a night 1 main event. Because Cena and Cody need to be night 2.
Something big's going to happen out of that match. I mean,
you can't.
I think Cody's going to turn heel soon. It kind of foreshadowed it. I don't know if you've seen the new, I think it's Age of Empires commercial. Cody's bad in it.
I see it. Randy said at some point he's going to be coming after that title too. Maybe Cody's the heel in that.
15 for him?
It'll be 15 for him, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so it's just like, it's just goofy. Like, I don't see them having a WrestleMania where there are 4 main championships and not one of them is the main event of night 2.
Yeah.
So, honestly, I would have preferred over the triple threat. I would have preferred for them to try to fucking throw money at AJ Lee and do husband and wife versus husband and wife, you know?
I mean,
I would have loved it.
Wow.
What's up? Yeah.
She's working wow. She's not out of shape. I mean, she lives somewhere around us, guys. Like, how can we not find her? Let's go get her on your fight. Why she won't come back. She
Yeah, there we
literally
go.
lives here.
Yeah, there you go. Say that on a recording. Let's go hunt down somebody. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not like that.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like that, and the thing is, too, that could just be a show opener and push for Punk next year. You know,
Yeah.
do fucking Punk. Save this favor idea until next WrestleMania, where he cashes in on a championship opportunity against fucking whoever. It doesn't have to be Roman. It can be fucking anyone. Maybe Cody. Fucking cash in a favor. Fucking Paul Heyman has some stroke in the back. Boom. But the thing is, like, the triple threat match just doesn't make sense. Fucking Nubby called it. I think a lot of people knew it was coming. Nubby fucking called it on shows like, they can't do that because it makes no sense.
I remember that, and they just went with it anyway.
Yeah.
Nobody cared.
Yeah. It could have been a show opener for fucking night one with fucking Rollins and Becky versus AJ and Punk. It would have been a great fucking opener.
Yeah. And they've squandered it. I mean, Becky's supposed to be coming back, I think, soon too. So
yeah,
she's been enjoying being a mom. So
they could still do the mixed tag match, maybe at SummerSlam. They could still do it.
Somewhere. It just has to happen. They can't end the Punk Rollins feud without that happening, I feel. The wives have to get involved. They're both wrestlers. They're both married. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, I think it's
book it, WWE. Book it.
So the one thing I do want to bring up, and let's see if I can move the post. Pex, I don't think you fucking know this guy. I know Nubby does. His name's Richard.
I know where you're going with that.
Okay, perfect.
And I did comment on one of many of the posts that he posted about.
Yeah. So Richard Atkinson was talking about.
Familiar. Okay.
Was talking about Mickie James, where Mickie James made a quote on the show LFG, where she's a coach on it, saying it's very frustrating when women go out there and wrestle and all I see is their ass. I can't look past that. It's very distracting.
Yeah.
To which he responds, LOL, she's full of shit. I don't think she remembers her early matches, proving once more E-drones are programmed to forget things. He posted another one, which this would be 2 hours later, pot, meat, kettle, and it's Mickie James, and I'm assuming this picture of her is, I don't even know if that's fucking Mickie James. Oh, never mind. It's the fucking girl. Yeah. It's very frustrating when women go out there and see their ass and blah, blah. So, basically implying, and I think somebody made a comment in here about, like, yeah, it wasn't her first appearance. Like, she was a stalker, blah, 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 blah.
Well, that has nothing to do with it.
First off, yeah, nothing to do with it. Secondly, that's still, I think, kind of like right there. It was more Attitude Era, the end of Attitude Era, beginning of Ruthless Aggression. That shit was still fucking happening. And when it comes to WWE, you're going to do what you're told if you want to keep your job.
Yeah. Weird gimmicks because of that.
Yep. Now, the difference between that, which was 2003, 4-ish, and 2025, is the fact that wrestling's evolved and the divas are gone and you have wrestlers now.
Yeah, they're all professional wrestlers.
Yeah. So, isn't this the same chick who did Home Magazine's present? Yeah. Way to go, Aaron. Nubby, here's my take. If you're distracted by ass, you're actually the problem. Explain that, man. Sounds like you're siding with Richard.
In a way, I think it's just how she worded it. Like, she's being distracted by, or it's distracting because the girl was showing ass.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll tell you what, because again, this is all based on perception. So you tell me what you think she meant, and I'll tell you what I think she meant, because maybe we're not saying the same thing.
Well, I did listen to the video.
I know, but what do you think? Like, okay, so what do you think she meant when she said it? Well, we might be thinking it means two different things.
Well, she was telling her pretty much that the girl, whatever her fucking name was, that she thinks that she has more of a, it's more about the sex, if you will, sex appeal.
Lingerie look.
Right. Yeah. And she doesn't think she's there for the wrestling aspect. That's what I'm getting out of it.
Gotcha. See, so what I'm getting out of it is she saying that when you go out there and you dress like that with your ass hanging out, it's going to distract people from focusing on your wrestling ability. Now, if you're a shit wrestler, then okay. You know, camouflage it with sex appeal.
Being attractive and sex appeal.
Yeah.
Kind
But if you
of
want
like
to get
Eva Marie.
if you 100% right. If you want to get, you know, if you want people to notice your wrestling ability, then yeah, I guess you wouldn't want to dress like that because the whole again, diva and women's wrestling, like it's all separated.
Yep,
You know, that's why certain. I mean, here's the thing: I dress how you want, wear what you want. It doesn't fucking matter to me. I'm gonna watch the wrestling the way I'm gonna watch wrestling. I understand where she's come from, and in the sense of I personally believe what she meant is if you want them to focus on your wrestling, you shouldn't dress like that. That's the perception of it, because the way she dressed. Because I'm assuming like this picture that fucking Richard posted, if this is her, what she wearing isn't that much different than the shit that like people are wearing on NXT right now.
I actually was gonna say that is Mickie James not watching NXT, and that, I think it was actually so these are all like pre-recorded if I'm not correct.
Oh
right?
yeah.
So that comment popped up. I think it was a week or so ago. Mickie James, I don't believe, is on the next season, if I remember correctly. So that's interesting to say that, but I don't think she's paid attention. Look at what NXT is doing. They are emphasizing this. They're emphasizing sex appeal with amazing talent because these women are fantastic wrestlers right now.
Yeah. So here's the thing. This is the thing that the whole reason I brought this up, because it has nothing to do with Mickie James's opinion on it. It has nothing to do with what women are wearing or how they're wrestling. The part that bugs me is proven once more drones, which is talking about WWE, are programmed to forget things. I don't think in any of this is her saying that she forgot what she used to do or who she was or what kind of programs and shit she used to do back in the day. I'm pretty sure she didn't forget the fact that she made out with Trish Stratus underneath the mistletoe, which, let's be honest, everyone wanted to fucking live that dream. Mickie got to fucking do it.
Yeah.
I don't think this is WWE going out there and saying, hey, Mickie, make sure nobody's out there showing off sex appeal. Because if anyone's seen Stephanie Vacure wrestle fucking on NXT, not much different than what this girl's wearing right fucking now.
100%.
So I don't see this as being WWE saying, okay, listen, Mickie, why don't you go out there and they do this, do that. Maybe what it is, and maybe this is something Richard could have fucking thought about, is maybe Mickie, who is a great talent in the business, the same thing as Lita was a great talent in the business, had to go through doing this shit, wearing these things, because the promoter at the time was saying, like, we need you to do this, we need you to do that. And maybe, just maybe, Mickie doesn't want them to say, hey, listen, do you want to be known as a wrestler or do you want to be known as a piece of ass? And that's all it is. Like I said, I disagree with her thinking that this needs to change because I don't think it's as bad as compared to other people doing it. But it's stupid that Richard would go here and sit here and say, oh, this WWE once again. It's like, you don't know what you're fucking talking about.
All right. So when it comes to him, first of all, he hates WWE. He's an AEW mark. And another thing that triggers this shit when it comes to the women, he's still butthurt that Sky Blue unfriended him on Facebook.
Dude, we're friends on Facebook. I kind of just want to unfriend him just for the fuck of it. Like, it's just because it's stupid. It's like, so, I want to unfriend him, send him the friend request again for him to accept it, just to fucking unfriend him again.
Because if you read the comments, him and another person don't say a name, but they're talking about how somebody uses their ass, if you will, or some shit like that. I know who they're talking about, and they did this before. They are pissed because Sky Blue has her own life and only deals with certain people, and she unfriended people. She's only keeping certain people on her Facebook, and the thing is, she doesn't even remember unfriending him. That's how unimportant some people are. Get over yourself.
Well, people think they're more important in their own world.
Well, he's not that important.
I know, but he in his world he thinks he's the master, so he's the most important person. So,
and he's an AEW mark. Granted, he's a wrestling fan. He goes to shows. He's one of the reasons why I get paid when he's there. Good on him, but his opinions suck.
Yeah, maybe he's allowed to have bad opinions. It's fine. It's the world we live in. We don't have to agree with him. He's allowed to say them, but
he's only allowed to cheer for me when his girlfriend ain't around because she don't like me.
How can she not like Turtle?
Because I called her out on some shit and she blocked me.
They don't know. They don't know talent. They're very similar to a lot of fucking people who only cheer for people who acknowledge them.
Yep.
That's all it is. It's not about how good you are or what you're capable of doing. It's like, oh, you notice me? Yeah. That's
nothing. Gotcha.
Same shit with the fucking LIM. They cheer for whoever fucking acknowledges them. Same thing with Steve. He only cheers for people who are nice to him, but once they become a dick to him because he has his own opinion on them and they disagree with it, then they're assholes. People are like, how could you like Aaron Xavier? He's a bad guy. I'm like, so? I still like him in the ring. I still like his promos. I still like his wrestling ability. Fucking Max Howdy. I don't care if he's a good guy or bad guy, if his boot has fur on it or not. I'm still going to cheer for the fucking dude. You know? Fuck Max Sinister. Not a big fan of that dude. But Max Howdy, I fucking love that guy. Doesn't matter if he's a bad guy, good guy. Fucking ARW, 3-time longest reigning SCW heavyweight champion. He acknowledges me. So yeah, maybe I started liking him because he acknowledged
What
me.
happens if I ever break this record that he has? Do I become the best friend? Like, if I do this, do I become the best friend now?
No, because you don't know how long you have to be champion for.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Damn, I really don't know.
Yeah. Real quick, raise your hand if you held a title in SCW. There we go. Yeah. I'll be working on winning before you talk about longest reigning. Just throwing it out there. Like, listen,
I mean, you got a point there.
Listen, I got nothing to say. I don't got a fucking dog in the fight or whatever the fuck it's called.
Tag team championships multiple times. Partner screws up. Let's see here.
Yeah.
Screwed over for the high voltage title. Screwed over for the Genesis title.
Hey, hold on. How did I screw you over for the high voltage title?
You didn't screw me over. Freaking Johnny Chaos did.
That's right.
Had no business being out there. I had that match won, and I was going to save everybody from the problem that was Freiburg. And what happened? Johnny had to come out and try to make a statement. And what happened to Johnny later that night? Not even later, probably an hour later. I separated his shoulder for that. So I'm sorry, Johnny, but it happened.
But then he won the title sometime later.
I mean, he won the title on his return, so maybe that's what he needed. Maybe he needed the break. I don't know. And I've not been thanked for it. So, I mean, he got to witness complains about his daughter being born and not being able to hold her. I mean, I thought he needed a vacation. So, and once again, that was my dark past that we're not going to keep going. I did horrible things with somebody in my ear, and we're not, now we have righted that ship, and we're going to do what we can to rectify it. So,
tell you what, I will book you for a title match in May. You versus whoever the champion is at that time. What? So we wanted, right? No, we want title opportunity.
My dick.
The title opportunity, right?
Title opportunity for the guy that's having surgery.
That's right.
I'm out indefinitely. We're gonna book me for a title match.
Hey, listen,
plus no show. Right? There's no show.
Yeah, you're right, man.
There's another wrinkle in this.
Tell you what, June, you versus the high voltage champion in June, right then and there.
My cane.
Hell yeah. That work, Nubby?
There's no show.
Damn it. We'll figure it out. Hey, you know what? 2026 is right around the corner, so don't even worry about it. We're good.
What? Dude, we are at the end of March going into April. That's 4
I
out
gave
of
you
12.
Listen, I have offered you 2 opportunities, and you said no to both of them. I don't know what to fucking tell you.
I'm on the shelf indefinitely.
You want to wrestle the one?
We talk when I come back.
I can't wait that long.
You don't even know what it is.
Oh, God, again, I gave you 2 opportunities. You said no to both. Oh, I'm sorry. There's no show. Some excuse, bud.
No, we could do. We could just.
Wait, Night Reaper's champ. Wait, whoa. I don't know where to find him. If anything, he finds me.
He's probably outside your front door right now.
He's probably already there.
We can put him in the women's division.
Ooh, there we go. You want to fight some women?
And then he can go down saying he's the greatest women's world champion.
Champ right now.
Yeah. Crystal Champ right now, yeah.
Crystal, I'll wrestle Crystal. It's fine.
And then we can have you defend it against your wife, and she can beat you.
I'm gonna get in trouble.
All right, guys, take notes. 2 guys right here on this show who should be booked on every upcoming. Well, not Apex. He's sabbatical.
When I come back, though.
When he comes back, we don't know when that is, but when he does come back, get him on the shows and everything. There's 9 shows we're talking about next week. Those 9 companies are going to listen to us talk about them next week.
Yes.
Keep these names in mind. Apex, Amazing Turtle. Keep them in mind. Okay. Anything else wrestling related you guys want to talk about?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Awesome. Guys, make sure you follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, just by searching Just Freak Wrestling or the JFW Podcast. You can continue to listen to our podcast wherever you pick up your audio. Just search Just Freak Wrestling or JFW Podcast. If you want to watch the show, you can do so over on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe over there and everything, and you can watch as we do this. I know we haven't discussed how the ending's going to go. I don't know if you're going to incorporate Apex into that part of it, but I'm just going to say my part. You do the rest, and we'll move on from there. Sound good? Perfect. That's all I got.
All right, here's your test. What do we do at this time? Apex.
Say goodbye. Subscribe. If you're not,
Oh, time to ring the bell on this episode.
Perfect. As always, I'm Fantasy.
And I am the Faction Slayer, Nubby, the Amazing Turtle, Cowabunga.
and I am Apex, top of the food chain, king of combat. Appreciate you guys watching.
And thank you for listening to episode of Just Freak Wrestling, the JFW Podcast.